GMS holds a fair in Pikeville aimed at filling more mining jobs. And U-Pike's social work department is spreading some birthday cheer in their area with blessing boxes.
Strong storms are possible as we head later tonight and into early Thursday. I've got the latest timing and threats on the way as First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
The wind continues to howl out there, leading to a few power outages and forest fires in Kentucky and some surrounding states. Let's check in with meteorologist Evan Hatter for the latest on this severe weather alert day. Evan?
That's right. Fire weather warning in effect through the remainder of tonight. Same thing with the wind advisory. We have seen gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour so far. Winds sustained around the region right now around 10 to 15, even upwards of 20 miles per hour. You see we're now sustained at 20 miles an hour. Somerset, Monticello, 21 London, 23 in Monticello. You factor in the gusts, we're in the 25 to 35 mile per hour range right now. Peak gusts we've seen so far, London Corbin Airport got to 41, and we've seen some mesonet stations from the Kentucky Mesonet in Breathitt County and into portions of Wayne County, Kentucky, upwards of 41 miles per hour as well. But you see winds are faster out to the west, and that's that whole area moving into our area as we head into later on tonight. Temperatures upper 70s, low 80s around the region right now. Yesterday, we were in the 40s and 50s. Today, we're in the 80s. That's astounding. Low 80s right now. Prestonsburg, warm spot at 83. Pinpoint Doppler, no rain to speak of, but we head down to the south. You see two areas we're watching. One into Lee County, Virginia, potentially a brush fire there, and we've been following coverage from our sister station WVLT of a fire west of the Gatlinburg area south of Sevierville, Tennessee, near the Wares Valley area that had, we were watching some incredible shots from them earlier of some of the houses on fire out in that particular area. That's just a testament to what's possible in the environment we have right now. We look out to the west and we see another threat on the way for severe thunderstorms. Severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings lined up across the Mississippi River right now, crossing into Mississippi. New tornado watch just issued within the last half hour across West Kentucky. That area is headed in our direction, but it will weaken some as we head into tonight. Either way, we're near 60 with breezy conditions and showers and storms moving into the mountains. I'll have the very latest on our severe weather threats and our fire weather threats coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. One mining company held a job fair in Pike County today looking for new underground and surface miners. WYMT's Jordan Mullins has more from GMS mining officials and others about the importance of coal jobs, how coal is still impacting the local economy, and the green hats GMS is hiring.
GMS Mining is searching for the future of the coal industry by hiring inexperienced green hat or red hat miners.
Predominantly moving towards inexperienced guys trying to build the next level of coal miners, guys that can take us into the future, learn from the guys that we already have there as well.
Building excitement for the future and working to help build a booming market for coal jobs.
The projections for coal over the next several years look very strong compared to in the years past. So we're looking forward to the future.
While also building up the surrounding economy, benefiting communities in ways beyond the mines.
It's not just coal coming up, it's actually everybody coming up with the coal.
Bringing prosperity and opportunity to eastern Kentucky and surrounding areas. In Pikeville, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Toller also said he will be having another job fair in Richlands, Virginia on Friday, April 1st, finding more green hats or red hats in Virginia to fill local mining jobs. Students at the University of Pikeville are slicing off some blessings for the community, hoping to make someone's special day a little more sweet. The birthday cake box drive just kicked off through the U-Pike Student Social Workers Association, asking the community to donate a birthday in a box, cake mix, a can of Sprite, icing, candles, and a throwaway pan that will later be donated to blessing boxes around the city.
You know, we understand like some families, you know, may be experiencing a hard time. They may have moments, you know, when they can't afford, you know, to purchase a birthday cake for their child. So we kind of just want to help alleviate that.
Monetary donations to the project are also being accepted. Hear more about the Bears' mission coming up tonight at 6. Today, Doctors' Day is being celebrated across the country, including here in the Commonwealth. Baptist Health Richmond is celebrating its more than 180 physicians, many of whom have spent the last 2 years on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. But today, after more than 2 years, the light at the end of the tunnel seems to be visible.
We're still here. We're still taking care of you, regardless of how you feel, regardless if you're not nice. Fortunately, it looks like we have a little bit of air right now, and we don't have any COVID patients.
Gerard says the medical professionals will not stop working hard. National Nurses Day is held in the month of May. While tensions escalate between Russia and the U.S., astronauts from the two countries are keeping a cosmic peace. This morning, an American astronaut came back to Earth. The Russian capsule landed in Kazakhstan, carrying American Mark Vande Heyde, along with 2 Russian cosmonauts. Vande Heyde spent 355 days at the International Space Station, longer than any other American on a single mission. He returns to an altered political landscape with Russia now at war in Ukraine. But up in space, he says the teams were able to put all that aside. The shelling continues in parts of Ukraine despite Russia's claims it would pull back its military. Now U.S. intelligence warns Russia's President Vladimir Putin may feel misled by his own military commanders. It comes as the U.S. has promised to send $500 million in aid directly to Ukraine's government. CBS's Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
A U.S. official tells CBS News there's tension between Russian President Vladimir Putin and his military leaders, and that Putin may be misinformed about the poor performance of Russia's military and the economy.
One of the Achilles heels of autocracies is that you don't have people in those systems who speak truth to power or who have the ability to speak truth to power. And I think that is something that we're seeing in Russia.
Ukrainian officials say airstrikes continue in the northern city of Chernihiv and near the capital, Kyiv, just a day after Russia claimed it would drastically reduce military operations in those two regions.
Our best assessment is less than 20% over the last 24 hours now. We've seen to start to reposition.
In a nearly hour-long phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky Wednesday, President Biden discussed security assistance and pledged to provide $500 million directly to the Ukrainian government. Here on Capitol Hill, a top U.S. military commander told a House panel that Russia's war in Ukraine could lead to a change in posture for troops in Europe.
This is an opportunity as a result of this senseless act on behalf of Russia to re-examine the permanent military architecture that exists not only in Eastern Europe, but in our air policing activity in aviation and in our standing naval maritime groups.
Earlier, a group of lawmakers met with members of Ukraine's parliament.
They are courageous, they are resilient, and the United States stands with them.
The United Nations now says 4 million people have fled Ukraine since Russia's invasion began, creating a massive refugee crisis. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Wednesday afternoon, members of the House and Senate are receiving separate classified briefings on the situation in Ukraine. The U.S. Supreme Court is facing an ethics controversy, and the Chief Justice can't do much about it. Evidence shows the wife of Justice Clarence Thomas strategized with the Trump administration about reversing the election. But Thomas did not recuse himself from related cases. Chief Justice John Roberts has long defended the integrity of the court, but he's not Thomas's boss and can't force the justice to remove himself from any cases. Coming up on First at 4, did you happen to get a text from yourself? You're not alone. The warning about a new scam and what experts say you should do.
And watching the potential for strong storms later on tonight. I'll have the full breakdown on the way next.